What is love?
Happiness.
Warm.
Love is compassion.
Trust.
Love is passion.
Christ. Care.
Happiness.
Love to me is Jesus.
Okay.
Acceptance.
Scary.
Trash.
Commitment.
Unconditional.
Adventurous.
Empathy.
Love is selflessness.
Genuine.
Love is unconditional and acceptance.
Trust.
Blissful.
Loyalty and trust.
How do you think sex and love has changed over time?
I think that love and sex is a lot more widespread now. Definitely a lot more kinds of love are accepted, and we just have more of a knowledge of it because it's basically in everything that we see, like in movies. We have like a health class about it, that kind of stuff.
I think over time, especially in the last decade, love and sex just in general is more accepted. You can have same-sex marriage now, you can be bisexual, transgender, and I know people still get criticized for it, but it's a lot more accepted and common now than it was 10 or 20 years ago.
People are more open, curious, and respectful.
Ethnically diverse and non-heterosexual relationships have become more accepted.
Well, back in the old days, sex was basically hidden and nobody really knew what it was. And now it's all over Instagram, Facebook, and everybody knows what it is and everybody likes it.
I think that over time, chivalry's just died. People were more focused on their jobs and making money, and finding love is just not convenient for them anymore. And then when they do need love, they can't find it because it's already taken, or they're so caught up in their job and making money.
Love and sex has changed over the years because a lot of couples don't follow traditional norms anymore, and a lot of them move in together and have sex before they're married.
Yes, I do feel like love and sex has changed over time. Not only because of sex, it's more out there and people are more aware of it and open with it, as in the back of the day they were not. But also love, a lot of people, they don't treat others with respect. They don't give them the type of love that, everybody thinks that, should be the type of love when you are with someone. A lot of it is taken for granted also. Love is no longer what people look for. They look for what's immediate and easy to obtain, which is sex. I feel like we have more of a hookup culture and no longer a love culture.
Both men and women are more expressive towards their sexuality, and they're also more open about it.
Love and sex has changed over time because back then, like when women didn't have jobs, it was about finding your soulmate. Like you were pushed to find somebody to marry, and your main job was basically to love and take care of your family, and sex came basically after marriage. Nowadays it's more of you go to college to get a good job, and you make sure you're set, then love comes afterwards. And then when it comes to sex, it's just kind of like it's just something you do. You don't wait till marriage, you just do it whenever you want to.
Yes, I do, but also it doesn't matter like if you are sexually active or not, like we get shamed either way. Yes and no. Yes, because in high schools and in middle schools you see girls being slut shamed all the time. But if you look to like social media and Hollywood, girls are praised for being sluts and showing their boobs and stuff like that.
I feel like today it's either you give it up, you're a slut, you don't give it up, and you're a bitch.
I think in the media they're not, because it's cool to be naked in front of the camera, but in other scenarios, if you are with a lot of guys, then people will label you as that.
I think it's easy for people of average life, people like us, to slut shame girls. But like she said, in the media and social networking, it's easy for girls to take off their clothes because they're praised for it, because it's as simple as a like rather than words in real life.
Yes, an example of this would be if a woman has had a lot of boyfriends, she's considered a slut.
Is the sky blue? I mean, I do. I think that
it's a double standard.
Yes, especially at a young age when their bodies are over-sexualized by dress codes enforced in schools.
Yes, I do believe they are, because we have the whole rape incident happening where girls can wear whatever they can't wear whatever they want, and then people believe that they wore that, then they're wanting sex when they're really not.
Yes, and it's kind of contradicting because the media will tell you that women need to dress one way, yet then deem a girl as a slut if they do dress that way or act a certain way in real situations.
Yes, I do think women are definitely often slut bashed, but it's not only by men. I think a big part of it is also women slut shaming other women for how many people they've been with in order to make themselves feel better.
Yes, I feel like women are often slut bashed. Typically, it is based off of what they wear. Or, you know, sometimes a girl may sleep with one guy that may be the only guy that she's ever slept with. However, they can still consider her a slut because she did so. However, guys, on the other hand, they can sleep with as many girls as they want, and they are praised for
I feel
it.
like girls who develop more quickly than others are lusted for and then bashed at young ages because of their image. Girls are also shamed for the amount of people they have sex with.
I personally think that sexual liberation has a lot to do with what personally makes you the happiest, no matter what that could mean to other people or what they'll think
Sexual
about it.
liberation is not letting society tell you how you should feel and how you should portray your sexuality, and letting yourself be completely free in what you want to do with your body.
Sexual liberation is letting yourself, be happy, and not allowing society to portray how you want your life to be sexually and love-wise.
Sexual liberation is breaking tradition, going outside of monogamy and just doing what you want, with who you want, where you want, because nobody can tell you what to do with your body. And
Sexual liberation to me is being able to know yourself enough to be comfortable with your sexuality.
Sexual liberation to me is being able to choose your sexual preferences based on what you like rather than what society likes.
What does sexual liberation mean to you? To me, it means not following society's standards and doing what you want to do sexually. To me, it means doing what you want sexually, even if other people don't agree with it, because it's what you want to do, not what other people want to do.
I think sex before marriage is completely okay because you have to know what you're getting into before you spend the rest of your life with that person.
Doing whatever you want, regardless of what society or what morals say.
I think sexual liberation, right?
Yes.
Is something of the present, because people back within the last 30 years haven't been able to express themselves without being judged on a major platform, but now people are able to express themselves without being judged.
I think it means being free from sexual constraints.
I believe it means being in control and completely comfortable with your body.